Here we are, back again in Nordrahn, taking probably our last look at wherever I am. Venton, last look at Venton in the review at least. Yeah, I basically did some small stuff at the beginning of the week, I think. Just a few towers and bits of decorative work. I think I'll be back at the weekend tomorrow, basically putting in a wall there, some farmland here, but that's it. There's really nothing left to do here, I think. So I moved on to here, which is called Elcove. It's really a lie. A monastery, that is. 4 individual buildings plus the 2 towers, separated at the ground level but connected on the upper floor. I'm not super thrilled with the way that the roof turned out, but it's not that bad. But it's very much a case of the philosophy of the Grey Knights of interconnecting their buildings on higher floors so that they can move around between them without going onto the ground, which is obviously risky when you have the risk of zombies. So I extended a couple of trees here, like this thing basically. These, but I had to knock them down in order to really let you see properly the wall, which is it's a very simple thing, not really meant to keep anything out too much. A little bit of privacy really, I suppose. And then the road is waiting to be done, because Elling or Cardell, I think I might be going with, I'm not sure. Basically I need to put a few houses in here, so I'm not quite sure where the road will be relative to all of that. But then it obviously will connect to this point, which brings us to Romel, which is also a lie, with a more full-blown one. I really went to town with this one. Putting in the courtyard and a little dock area. The whole very cathedral-esque design to it, which, you know, I employ from time to time. I'm not sure if I meant to do something over here. I don't know. May have done. But yeah, there's all sorts of, rooms inside. All sorts of spaces. Really good should do with putting a banner on. And also need to adjust this roof, I think. A little marking of I'm not actually sure what was down there. It must have been something good enough to put that in. I don't know. Crossover onto a ravine? Come down on a ravine is something. Maybe a sinkhole. This is actually leads to a dungeon. A dungeon. With some zombie spawner. Which, thinking about it, I may actually go down there before I leave this area and put in some corridors. Make the dungeon bigger, basically. I've threatened that a phase 3 to the building of the Empire would be to go through and put in some fantasy-esque elements, pure fantasy-esque elements, like dungeons, which you don't normally see in a medieval setting. I mean, it's a fantasy game anyway, so it's not going to be out of place, but it's just a question of going through and almost doing a sort of this is something for people to do type deal. But yeah, that'll be later. This is where I actually got to. This is what I'll be doing for the rest of today. There's a large ravine down here, and the ravine ends, nearly ends, chopped off by a large sinkhole which provides access into another ravine. I'm not absolutely certain, but I think there's a good chance one ravine wouldn't have been visible without the sinkhole, which is a unique formation. I've never seen it quite like that. I've seen similar things, but I think quite that way. I'm obviously struggling with the underside and the support for above. Can't be helped. I'll have to see exactly how I'm going to carry this over, because it should be more like here and this way as well. Create a lattice. I think these two may be enough. Find out where the actual edges of the building are in relation to the underside. Anyway, that's my review for this week. That's what I've been doing. Nearly done in, well actually, I've got one more major building to do in Elling, which is the, in this region, which is the Elling, as I mentioned. So that goes in. There's one tower I think I want to put in overlooking the road, but then I'll be done in this particular region. All of the work at Norway will have been done, all of the work in Nordrahn, and now this region. So yeah. So yeah. So here's what I was doing for the rest of the stream. Put this up pretty simply. Didn't go overboard. There was supposed to be towers involved, small ones, but still. Partly to provide a stairwell to get down, and what I actually discovered was I can use the vines to get down to the framework, and then I put in a walkway. Brings you to the stairwell that lets you all the way down to the ground. And you can get out in reverse, because vines are now climbable without necessarily having anything behind them.